All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for
Delicious in Dungeon, episode 19.
All
We
right.
had a hilarious episode.
A ridiculous episode, yes.
That ended with something where it's like, wait, is this actually like real danger or is this just like a new friend?
Yes. And
I don't know. I know what I want, but I don't know.
And then, you know, also just which Senshi is the real one? I wonder which one could it have been.
Yeah.
Given that this person is very clearly a little bit worried for their own safety, we
Just
will
a
have
bit.
to do the classic thing.
De-escalate.
And de-escalate with a meal. So I think that's going to be a really fun opportunity for
I
us
think
to
so.
get to know them.
Although she might not trust Laos right out the gate because he demonstrated some rather terrifying abilities there.
Yeah.
Concerning.
But she might be into that. You know,
I hope
depending
so.
on how
Eventually, you know.
how much their respective furry tendencies go, you know.
Look, I'm a man
necessarily
of simple
physically.
tastes. I see two polar opposite characters, and I'm like,
Yes.
yeah, you know.
Right. Not
right.
incompatible, but opposite.
Right.
Different.
Exactly.
Yes. So, y'all, without further ado, let's get into this.
早く武器を捨てろ。少しでも動けばこいつは殺す。確かシュローの取り巻きの一人じゃないか。ずっと俺たちの後をつけてきたの。この術を解け。え？私にかかってる術だよ。何の魔術をかけられてるの？見てわからないのか。せめてどこにかかってるのか、どんな魔術なのか教えて。
The cat ears.
足にかかっている魔術は2種類。
Okay.
一つは首に、
Oh.
Oh.
全身にだ。
獣人なのかな俺は。
ああ、昔一度見たことがある。
Oh.
ポケモノの魂を混ぜて作るんだと思う。できるだけやってみる。これは
Okay.
東方の言語で書かれてるみたい。定時間術者が触れないと作動する呪術だ。猶予はどれくらいあるの？期限が来ると何が起こる？私と一緒に死にたくはないだろう。解除したら解放してやる。
Okay.
独特のもの。だけどこれなら解除できそう。おい、そこのガキ、食い物持ってこい。
Just that shot of Senshi's butt.
Senshi ass just like, yep. I'm following instructions.
お主最後に食事をしたのはいつだ？温かいものを作って
おい、
や。
勝手に動くな。私を舐め。
喉を潤すものが必要だろう。用意するだけだから。
食わせようとしたら殺すからな。
Oh.
確か
How do I
ドア
do
のそばで
this?
Not monsters.
足のようなものが生えかけている。多分気のせいだろう。バターを溶かし、ニンニクを炒
Oh,
め
this
て
is
米を入れる。
oh,
Nice.
水を加えしばらく煮る。
a fried rice.
Yeah.
Let's fucking go.
この程度のものしか作れないとは無力なものであるだけない。若者がひもじい思いをしているのは
Yes. Senshi internal thoughts.
Right.
More.
完成じゃ。
Risotto.
ここに置くぞ。
誰がそんなもん。
Well,
この子。食事のマナー。
Are terrible.
もっとよこせ。
東方ではこちらと作法が真逆なんだろうか。
シュローがあんな風に食べてるの見たこと。
nah, definitely not. I knew it. Wasting food. Senshi's like, I'm about to.
今何を？
キノコ嫌い。これは今までにないパターン。
プーンを正しく。
それ以上近づいたらぶっ殺す。
今床に捨てたものを。
んだってね。解除中に動くと危ない。
Oh!
Oh shit.
Oh, crap! While there's some kind
Yeah.
of crazy spirit.
Yeah.
そうだろうな。慣れぬ持ち方を強要されても煩わ。
Mm-hmm.
Well, shit.
あれは肉を切り分ける
Ah! I'll teach you how to hold this too.
あたりは長くするいかにも
But that reverse grip is stupid. Yeah.
Right.
それはあんな振り方で振り回せばどうなるか
Damn. So freaking cool.
Yeah, blade breaks.
Yep.
道具の能力を引き出しきれず不利益を被る可能性
Ah!
今だライオス
Whoa!
Oh shit!
怪我はないか猫の娘驚かせるような真似をして悪かった
Hey, maybe this is gonna be a shit between the two of them.
Yeah.
というのはなぜか一度考えてみてほしい
会場中に動かないこともね。もっと厄介な術だったらどうなってたことか。
なぜ俺たちの後をつけてきたんだ？
体にかかったこの呪いを解く方法を
Okay.
探
So going into the dungeon is a way to do that.
Or she heard about Marcel,
ことまでは分かった
yeah, with the black magic.
黒魔術を扱える人間は見つからなかった。耳長に出会うまでは。私の研究は主に異次元からエネルギーをごまかすな。お前ならできるはずだ。現にお前はやってみせた。
I mean,
人間と魔物の異形を作る黒魔術を。
So,
so
about that,
たちはあの女の呪いを解くために迷宮を進んでいるんだろ。呪いを解く方法を知ってるんだろ。だったら私に取り付いたこの獣の魂を取り除いてくれ。
probably never gonna use that magic again.
私にはどうすることもできない。
And yeah.
マシにはまだわからないことも多いけど、よく卵に例えられる。普段は肉体という殻の中だけど、中身は漏れて二度と元には戻らない。殻の内側に頑丈な膜を作る術がかかってて、傷ついても魂が離れない。一つの殻に二つの中身が入っている状態。
Right.
oh, sure. Yeah.
二度と元
The
に
dungeon will
形が
probably keep them
戻らない。
together.
Yep.
じゃあ、なんであんたたちは旅を続けてるんだ？
And this is how they become a member of the party.
のまま放っておけない。殺すかもしれないし、殺されるかも。
Right.
But maybe things will change once we kill the lunatic magician.
単純に今地上に戻ると黒魔術の使用で捕まる。シュローは
That too.
今回のことを島主に報告するだろうし。
ずっと。
いや、でも俺は君に会えて本当に
Yeah.
良かったと思って。どんな魔物と混ざって
You're amazing.
君の言動は人間そのものにしか
Yeah.
できないし、迷宮の支配を受けなければ元の人格を取り戻せるかもしれない。その
Doki
す
doki.
ごい嬉しくて。
Hand holding.
Yeah.
これも何かの縁と前向きに考えて
Yeah.
Exactly.
迷宮の主は私よりずっと古代魔術の扱いに、ひょっとしたら魂の分離に関することもまさか勧誘してるんだ。
No, we are recruiting you.
Yeah.
お前は遊びとか言ったか？
それは通り名だ。井堤。私の名前は井堤だ。覚えておけ。
Okay.
Oh. What do we
What?
got?
Whoa.
What is this?
いつまでそんな生活を続ける気だ。
父さん。
そろそろ本当に生きなさい。お前を外にやったわけじゃない。村に帰ってこい。お前のような奴が外でうまくやれると思うのか。ここにも兵隊にも馴染めず逃げたのに。
お前には迷宮探索の銀ハギをしていた頃のように仲間に騙され手柄を
Shit.
人を見る目がないからな。
俺に対してもそうだ。お前は俺のことを
It's
親
a
友だと
really freaky nightmare here.
お前のことがずっと苦手
Making him face all of his past.
済んだ話だろ。なんで親がここにい
Yeah,
るんだ
it's a dream, bro.
10年以上も会ってないのに何してたんだっけ。俺は確か最近のマルシルは何というかずいぶん疲れているようだった。今日の見張りは俺たちでやるから君は休め。
なんでさ、いいよ。
I mean, unless it's something else, but
いいから。
Mage, go to bed. Mage, get mana back. Don't.
We
ask-
are short rest. You are long rest.
Yeah.
しかしネイキはそのうちひどくうなされる声に変わった。ただごとじゃないな。
Uh huh.
おそらくナイトメアだ。
Ah.
中の人間に取り付いて悪夢を見せ
Okay.
感情を
Shit.
マルシルは衰弱して死んでしまう。無理に起こすと精神に傷がつく。ファリンが夢の中に入って助けた。
Oh.
お前がマルシルの中に？
誰かがこれは夢だと気づかせてあげないと。夢を見てる人を枕にして。
Huh?
そうだ。俺はマルシルを助ける。まんまとナイトメアに味見されたな。
Okay.
いつもこれだ。
This is amazing. Yep. Ah, now that I know, yes.
Right.
My imagination!
Fantastic.
マルシルの夢に入るには今彼女は俺の頭の下だということは
Incredible.
Yes.
俺が夢のいいところ
Yes. I can become whatever I want.
Right.
Reality can be whatever I want.
Holy shit, and it actually worked.
Yep.
落下感で目が覚めるとこだった
Wow. The fall jolting him awake. Yes. What is this, Inception? Creepy painting.
Oh shit.
マルシル
Aww.
してここは君の夢の中だだから今すぐ目を覚ましって揺れ
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. The dreamed protectors are now coming. I've guarded my
speaking
mind
dream.
against dream invaders.
パパとピピもあいつに飲み込まれちゃったの。
何かに追われる夢か
Whoa.
月並みだけど嫌な夢だよな
Oh, these pictures.
心の傷が大好きなの。ストレスに感じるものやトラウマ、人に悪夢を見せる。だからその心の傷を守ってあげるといい。危険だから真似しないでね。
Oh. So I'm gonna do it.
やっつけてやる
何してるの？危ないよ。
見えて俺は結構
I don't know. I don't know about this one, Laos.
Nah. No.
Right,
No.
how should I know?
恐怖か随分脚色されているようだが俺が倒すのは無理だし
Maybe it's because she's scared of her
が
own
夢を自覚すれば
dark magic because of how it went.
安全な場所なんてない。
Right, she's the enemy.
一緒にやっつけ方を考えようマルシルが恐れるものか
Mm-hmm.
まあ魔物だよな普通の触手を持ち食欲旺盛死刑かなしかし無人の巨体はなかなかそうかワーブだワーブだよ竜族の炎
No. It's a concept, buddy. She's afraid of some kind of
Yeah.
concept. Yeah.
なかなか渋いとこつくな
No, it's back. Yeah.
いつの間に
Yeah, but you don't have unlimited power here because this isn't your dream.
なんだこれ
Damn.
He's just melting.
Well, once she's like, "Oh, did it touch you?"
Yeah.
Then it applied the stuff there.
Right.
Yeah.
Because she's the one. Oh, yeah. She's the one who controls this dream.
Yep.
夢の中で死んだらどうなるんだ不安や恐怖を感じたら思うツボだマルシルを励ませ
Yeah! You're perfect for this.
君には魔術の力があるあんなやつ君一人で倒せるはず
Oh, is that
場がさらに不安定に
just making her think even
Yeah,
more
she's
about
scared
it?
of her magic.
私があいつを倒そうと魔術を使ったせいでどこはこんな姿になっちゃったの。
この子
Oh, is that Fallen? Yeah.
マルシルはあの蘇生術のせいでファリンがああなったと悔いているマルシルは死を恐れてるんだ
I don't know if that's it.
君は立ち向かわないといけない大丈夫だ怖がる必要は
Oh my god.
では死んでも生き返れるしファリンだって君の蘇生術のおかげでまだ死体だって見慣れたもんだったろ
Oh my god.
吸い込まれるこれだけ吸い込んでる
Yep. It's only pulling me.
Right.
すごい速さで年を取ってるんだ
Ah.
Oh. She's an elf. She'll outlive all of them.
Yeah. She's afraid of being alone.
Yeah.
奴がいるだろうか
Yeah. She's afraid of.
Cool.
私についてきてくれないの？
Yeah.
少し休んだらまた走れるから
嘘！一緒に走ることを諦めて。
They gave up. They were swallowed by that thing.
Uh-huh.
It's time. It's time.
Sure.
私は魔術をたくさん勉強したのに。それが
Mortality, death. You can call it all of that. Then yeah. These are all people that.
君のお父上はそう
Wow. Look at these pictures. It's so cool.
ママが言ってた。私はみんなと走る速さが違うんだ。たくさんの人を見送らないといけないって。
Wow.
ちなみにピピってのは親戚かな
鳥です。
マルシルは死を恐れているわけではない
Yeah.
自分より先に死ぬという。
Oh.
マルシル、落ち着け。
Yeah.
あいつの力が増すだけだ。なぜならマルシルはすごいから。だってみろ、この本の数。
Look at all the books.
何もなかったぞ。
Yeah.
君はずっと努力を続けていたんだろ。
Right.
垂れるな。自分に自信を持て。頑張れ、マルシル。
Yeah, I'm falling there.
私の魔術は不完全なの。あの子が持ってる本さえあれば
Oh.
じゃあもっと完璧に魔術を扱えるのに。
どう望め。
Here, right now.
何でもできる。次はきっとうまくやれる。諦めるな。 そうだ、マルシル。
He
Throw the
used
book at it.
Wow.
こうやって使う。
It's her dream. Can be whatever she
Yeah.
wants.
おお、目が覚めたか。
一緒にうなされてたぞ。
Wait.
大丈夫かよ。
What's the big?
二度寝に入るぞ。
ダメだ、起きろ、マルシル。
よく覚えてない。なんだか楽しい夢を見た気は。
I gotta have really cool magic.
Yeah.
Do whatever I wanted.
ナイトメアだよ。こいつが人の
Oh.
枕に潜んで悪夢を見せたりするんだ。
Wait, why didn't you take them out of the
No, probably because they needed to actually like
defeat
not-
it there first?
Yeah, exactly.
ずっと味が気になってたんだ。
まずゴミを吐かせよ。
Yeah, boil them.
そしてしばらく湯につけると、
別名シンといって実は竜の仲間なんだよ。
What?
Oh.
溶かしたバターの上にナイトメアを
Yes.
並べてワインを足し
Butter and wine. There you go.
て完成じゃ。これは
ナイトメアが食べた夢が蜃気楼になったんだ。
思い出してきたかも。
Whoa, that would be so cool.
一匹の犬が出てきて。
He showed up as a dog because that's
Oh,
oh my god.
that's so cute.
脳がなさそう。
Yes, it is scruffy and
Uh-huh.
俺の記憶では白銀の狼。
Uh-huh.
まあ楽しい夢に貢献できたのならよかったよ。
Oh.
That's how she sees
I,
you.
I'm
Even
gonna
if it's
have
not
my
as
heart
cool as a
melt.
silver wolf. That oh man. Oh, that's great.
I'd have my heart melt. That's so
That was-
precious.
That was sweet as fuck.
Oh. Very cute.
Alright. I'm not crying.
Nah, I'm not crying. Not crying.
Yeah. But Catgirl's gonna be joining the party.
I think she is. Yep. Unless
'Cause,
it's-
like,
wait,
they-
gonna be a cat boy.
Possibly, but I don't think so. But, because, you know, we're going after the lunatic magician, so it's like, there's...
True.
They want the curses broken, but we
Yep.
can't do it now. Like, that was
This
wonderful.
episode was incredible.
Ah.
All right.
Two
so-
very different halves.
Two very different halves. So they very much felt like individual chapters. We are dealing with okay, Izutsume. Awesome. They're here, and they're more cat than person.
Right.
That's very fun. It's under it's a curse of some sort that they're under. Okay, fun.
I like the relevance of that, of like, hey, you know, like, which came first, chicken or the egg, as far as development process? Who knows? Who cares? But like, this makes a lot of sense. We had a very plot relevant example of basically body transmutation, right?
Yep.
And so then it's like, oh, hey, if that's a thing in the magic system, could that maybe have happened in other places? Maybe that's the reason why
absolutely.
animal-human hybrids exist. Okay, cool. That's also really dark. And so now it's the, I don't want to be like this.
Yeah.
There you go. Like,
Yeah,
that's
we'll try to figure out a way to help you if you come along with us. There you go.
Right.
That's a great little
It's-
hook for their story.
it's definitely outside of our capabilities now, but we do want to help you. And oh, hey, this is another way to basically have there be progress in the midst
Yes.
of, all this crazy shit happened with these other characters when we went our separate ways and reset the status quo. Oh, but hey, you might have made a friend out of it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So, cool.
Yeah.
And
I'm
maybe
excited.
this person really needed a friend.
And I'm excited for is it to me is different types of relationship that they can have with each individual member of the party.
They were
because
strong.
Senshi had a very strong, visceral reaction to the mushrooms just being thrown off to the
which
side.
is also such a cat thing. Like, cats knocking stuff off of stuff, or just being like, nah.
I don't want it.
Yeah, exactly. I want what I want, and I don't care. I am the only one that matters
Human
here.
gives food. Cat goes, I ain't eating that shit. You know,
Right.
Just goes like,
Yeah.
you know, all over.
Human, feed me. Here's food. Really? Like, you know.
You're not even gonna like wet it for me. That stuff is dry
Right.
as shit, you know? Like, God, like at least put some effort into this. And it's just the condescending judgment of a cat.
And the way that Senshi was like, it felt like such a parent thing.
Yes,
you know,
it
of the parent being like, I wish I could provide better for my children. You know?
I'm so ashamed that
Right.
this is all I can do.
Which, by the way, is already going off of her being a picky eater and being like, I don't want any monsters, which is fairly understandable. It might take a while to get used to that, right?
Well, no, it also makes sense from the standpoint of, well, what?
Yeah.
What's the difference between cannibalism and eating other creatures that just are, you know, like unable
sure.
to speak maybe in a way that you can understand?
I wasn't even thinking
like
about that.
The dryads and stuff.
Just
you know?
the idea of like, I am this way as a result of dark magic, of basically taking two things that aren't the same and mashing them together. I'm a bit concerned about eating like
incorporating
monsters,
more things
into
me
my body
and making myself then more like that.
Right. Like I don't know about that one.
It makes sense.
Yep.
Also, just from the standpoint of Senshi being like, I do all this effort, you know.
Right.
Not once has he complained, even in this episode where he might have had a real reason to, of anyone like not appreciating his efforts or anything like that.
He just is like, this is a problem and I'm gonna fix it.
Right. It's the no. This is something that's just hurting you. This is something that's actively hurting you. I don't care about the way that you're, you know, offending my cooking or anything.
Yeah, exactly.
Like that.
Right.
What
I
an
take pride in
absolute
good
legend.
cooking in its own right. You know,
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, goddammit, you are not going to waste food in this household.
Yeah.
Not under my roof.
Yeah, under my roof. You're not gonna hold your spoon like that.
Right, exactly. God, I love the idea that he goes in to save her, right?
Right.
After all this stuff happened, immediately
Puts the adamantine walk shield basically
he
on
tackles
his
her
hat.
out of the way and all
Looks
that.
like a fucking like legend from like a you know Japanese hero thing.
Yeah,
Like, it's got
and-
the supersized
and
hat.
brings
but
up the whole thing of like, hey, you've got that kitchen knife aesthetic that's real cool and creepy for the weapon.
Yeah.
But what the fuck are you doing holding
You're
it like
handling
that?
it all
You're
wrong.
handling it all wrong. You are going to break. See, you broke that shit. Now you can't use it. Who looks stupid now? You know.
Senshi upset is amazing.
Yeah.
Just he goes straight from like bread to then like much later just having the like what was the bit where
I can't remember.
he gets damn it. I've been watching it in the dub and I'm like
there's
a little
some
bit
things
behind.
you just don't say or
Maybe it was that. But there's something in the dub around like episodes like 6 or 7 or what have you. It's around the part with the orcs and stuff where he gets like really upset. Oh yeah, it's not rotten, it's fermented. like, don't you dare throw it away. He got so upset. He's like, no. It's like, oh, this is gross. It's rotten. Yeah. It's like, and you.
yeah.
Senshi's like upset, like dwarven, like food appreciation rage is just special to me. I've been on a cooking arc as a human being, and so I feel more and more connected to Senshi's just spirit, if you will, as we go through this anime. So
yeah,
that's just really fun.
But I think that was
wonderful
really important.
First half skit. Yeah,
wonderful first half skit because I think it was really important that they basically gave this new character emotional ties to the other characters already in the cast, because we have a lot of attachment to the current cast, right?
do.
If we want to have this person actually feel like they kind of fit in, even though they'll still be the new person for a long time,
Right.
you need stuff like this.
You do.
Cool. And so then once we do that, we go into the next bit of the episode,
Which was very abrupt.
very abrupt, very different, very good. I love it.
I really like the way it went. It took me a second to adjust into
Uh-huh.
that. But the idea of, oh, Laios is in a nightmare, literally capital N. But also, this is his backstory. Oh,
Yeah.
gotcha. He's the disappointment. But
Right.
not because he's not necessarily like bad at any of these things.
It just didn't fit in.
He just didn't like those things.
Yeah.
So now he's doing what he's doing, and he's actually really good at it.
Mm-hmm.
But his fear, his nightmare, if you will, is that they will reject him.
Right. The people
And-
the few people that do accept him,
Yeah.
yeah, that'll change.
So what's kind of cool about this is how immediately he's like, oh,
Oh, right.
yeah, I'm in a
nightmare,
dream.
all
Cool.
that stuff. Yeah.
But in a lot of ways, it was the fact that he's like, wait, they shouldn't be here. like,
right. And it took him a while.
Like, it's the idea that he's not really resolving the feelings of it. He just kind of ignored it and was like, oh, yeah.
Just a matter of fact, kind of, I haven't seen my parents in 10 years.
Right. Yeah. So, the idea that Laios is the leader is just something that kind of touches with me a
Feels
little bit.
kind of poetic.
Well, it's kind of poetic because everybody's actually accepting his lead, not just him,
Right.
but
Yeah,
following him. But then also in addition to that, he might be taking an active role in this regard so that he can be a little bit more like proving to people like, yeah, like I know what
Sure.
I'm doing.
Hence why he gets really excited when somebody is so accepting of him and enjoying
Yes.
his company as Shuro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Did we
man.
just become best friends? I haven't said a literal word in the last 3 hours, you know.
But then Marcel's story was beautiful. It was very, very fun trying to pick apart what the exact nature of the fear was, because we could tell it was a conceptual thing by the nature of the room and the grayscale and all that other
And
stuff there.
Laos like picking
Yeah.
it up as it went on, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm really impressed with the way he kind of picked it up here, because he was way off in the beginning. And I like that they showed him being really way like off so
Yep.
that he could kind of trace it back to the source. And Marcel's theme being that we had it revealed here, her dad was human, or,
Right.
or tall man, as they are here.
Exactly.
So not
She's a half elf.
long lived,
Right.
meaning that Marcel is not old, but she's going to age really,
Yeah.
really well. She's going to live longer than any of these people.
Well, and I love that as
And-
a...
That being a fear that she has already at a young age is like,
That's
chilling.
that's chilling, and yet
Yeah.
it makes total sense, right? Because if you're going for, for something where it's like, oh, an elf that's 100 years old or something is still, basically just a young adult, right? It's like, wait, so you're saying that, like, around the equivalent age of, like, not too long after, like, adjusting to puberty, your parent is definitely dead if they're not an elf, right? Like,
Yeah.
like, super dead.
Right.
That's...
Right, and again,
Just-
you can't view it through the lens of being a human in that it's like,
Oh, yeah, sure.
They
That's just...
only mature. They mature at a slower rate, so therefore, it's no. It's still the same thing of, oh, at this point, you've only lived for 40 years. Your parent could catch an illness and die. Like that's just
And I totally, like...
yeah.
misinterpreted the statement from the mom originally when it was given of the, oh, well, you just run faster than others. So, and I'm like, what is the mom just telling her? Like, you're going to end up alone, and she kind of is, but it's the, hey, hun, so I'm one in the middle of probably immense grief. Two, I don't necessarily know how to tell you this. right? Like,
Right.
I'm
And in some
trying
ways,
to
she communicated it in a nice enough way that it didn't.
exactly right.
Yeah.
It's basically just you're different, and there's nothing necessarily wrong with that. But because you're different, this is something that is going to be different for you.
Right.
Right. Even if that's delivered in the best possible, like, situation. Oh my God, my dad died, and then my mom told me that, this is just, you have to get used to this. This is gonna happen. And it's like, what? What?
Also, fun little detail here that's kind of cool here. The idea of them being like, well, elves don't live that long.
Right, 500 years.
500 years. Which is, well, that's just funny because it's you could say that if elves just mingle with other people, then they're not as much necessarily just elves. They're elves, half elves and humans, half elves and, other folk. So it's just the actual biology is different.
And so if you had an elf from like way longer ago when it was like
the elves didn't mingle
or
as
from a
much.
different location or and that you could also especially get into that with given the fact that like Marseille is not among elves right now. So like if we get something where the elf nation like ends up coming over here,
which
and stuff
they
like that,
have like hinted at
very
some
much
stuff
hinted
with
at, then we could get into maybe the differences with that, and and then maybe some of the fun stuff that is often gotten into of like the elves being all like
so
snooty.
we are immortal, so
right, exactly.
yeah,
we're better than you.
Yeah.
Oh, you're like a dirty version of us.
Snooty elves be snooty.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. I'm actually really excited for the elves from this world because the creator of this story very much loves like Western hardcore RPGs.
Oh, okay,
so
sure.
like Divinity Original Sin 2, like literally.
Because I know there was the whole joke about Baldur's Gate 3.
No, that too. But if you look at the designs of the elves that were on the boat in the first
they
OP,
did remind me of Baldur's Gate 3.
They had the ridges.
DOS 2,
DOS 2. They had the same like design things with that there.
Yeah, DOS 2 had a very, very fun like
very
take on
distinct
elves.
Yeah. And so I looked at that and was like, oh, this is basically the DOS 2 elves.
Yeah.
And so
that's cool.
Some fun stuff there. But my heart. Sorry. Pivoting back to getting on this random funny.
You might still. I can't remember. You had your Discord profile picture be the dog from Beastars for the longest time. So
my heart is just
this is for you.
This is just Laos's energy here is just everything I love about him.
Yes.
I'm going to lean completely into supporting and encouraging and just giving all that energy.
And it was mechanically set up beforehand
that
he would look like a dog. Even though, okay, what kind of, creation magic does Laos have access to where he's like, okay, oh, right, I'm just in my own dream, of course. But I'm resting my head on Marseille as a pillow. So if I dig down,
no, that's the point.
I'll get to her dream.
He defines the rules of his reality within the dream.
Yes.
By just whatever he wants it to be.
But defining the rules of your dream, that's one thing. Defining the rules of your dream to the point that it would allow you to enter someone else's dream.
No, it's
shit.
not. No, it's not. Because the idea, no. That's why she said you have to literally lie on them as a pillow because it physically connects you so that when you activate your own soul magic effectively within the dream, it then will have a point where it will naturally... You have to imagine yourself doing that.
There is a mechanical, magical explanation that I'm sure is much more mechanical and thought through and everything than what Laos did.
Right.
But in his, just wonderful, simple self, right? He's like, so clearly this is how it works. And he manages to do it.
That's the point. I think it's actually genius. It's the parts about Laos here that show that he is actually really smart. Is that he's able to put aside all the things that are too nuanced effectively to keep they'll distract him. They'll keep him from being focused. So then he lasers in. He full on hyper fixates.
Yes,
and he's like,
exactly.
I imagine the fuck that I am God of this world, so I can do anything. So how do I want it to be? Well, she's down there, so I'm gonna dig. And it's just like,
let's do it.
Let's do it. And he comes into her dream, and he doesn't suddenly go, okay, now I'm freaking out because I'm not in control of this dream anymore. He immediately goes, okay, now I'm going to save you.
Right.
I'll figure it out. It's going to be
Right.
okay. It's the same energy that kept him focused when he was the god of his dream world. He brings across here, even though he's still aware that he's not in the, I can just create whatever I want in this space here. So the idea that they're not in a shared dream and he's not suddenly lost his, his positivity, his confidence. I just think it's so freaking cool.
Yeah. And yes, and then him being like, "Oh, right, this is based on her fear. I need to lift her spirits."
Yeah.
Wonderful. It's a great conflict to have there. That's like straightforward, but then also character focused, and et cetera, et cetera. But then at the end, we get to see how she saw him. Kind of relevant to the previous episode.
Yes.
And no, one, you weren't yourself. Two, you weren't a silver wolf.
No.
You can be a silver wolf in your head. And that's awesome.
And that's awesome.
That might be what is awesome and cool to you. It doesn't mean it will be to someone else, but guess what? You are still awesome and cool. You are her absolute hero. The fact that in this dream that she's like, oh, I just remember having some kind of adventure, right? Not the, oh, that was a terrifying nightmare, but it got better at the end, right? No. It's...
You overwrote the whole thing of the dream.
Right.
There was this magic white dog that showed up and was just barfing and barking and just barf, 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 and just guiding me through the whole thing, just laughing and, tongue out, wagging and wagging his tail, just excited and fluffy as fuck, just...
Right. Because that's what she remembers.
That
is just the sweetest thing
for
ever.
A guy that's hopped dimensions into the past, and now he's hopped dream dimensions here. He's become a pretty freaking cool
Laios'
protagonist.
Bizarre
here.
Adventure. Yeah.
It's also really fun to think about that he's kind of the only one that I think is willing to go into these areas of things in the world side of things, and that's also really interesting from a meta discussion here. Marcial is the sole magic user of their group.
Right. They really need another one.
Right. They really need another one. But he is becoming that second one.
Yeah.
At the post-darker point of the story where the one that could have come back into the party, Fallen,
did not. Yeah.
Basically saying, the bridge between Fallen, Marcial at this point is literally Laios in a meta standpoint.
Yeah.
He is the only other one. So if you had a situation where Marcial was locked in some magic contest of some kind against something of a Fallen-like nature, the only other person literally mechanically in the story that can do anything now is Laios. So just the more we do these little things to help build that up for him is important.
The little struggles that we have with this party as they, deal with cooking or different monsters or whatever, and the wonderful personality that is put on display for all of them, and the bonds that are forged within that, is just building up so many possibilities with regards to just options.
Yeah.
For how to make the bigger conflicts so fun.
And so heartwarming.
Yes, and the show has been doing a fantastic job of that so far.
Yeah.
So I can only imagine that will continue.
It's just gonna get better.
But it's. I feel like this show really has a good understanding of how the episodic or sort of like serial format of different mini stories that truly are not actually directly connected to the big stories that end up happening.
No, there's little moments where you can have world building splashed in there that's gonna get referenced later, but that's not what we're talking about.
But they're not truly
they have nothing to do with the mad
exactly. Yeah, that's a backdrop set piece for this fun shenanigans to happen, and yet. It feels so thematically and character-wise relevant.
It services it.
Yeah, exactly.
It services it. We can feel the building blocks being added to give us more just faith in walking across the bridge with this story as it traverses the void of whatever comes next.
I guess I don't often feel like I experience something where I enjoy in such a high amount, but also fairly equal amount, both the, oh, what's going to be the overarching conflict for this story, and what is going to be the next dish that they make, right? Like both of those at the same time, and it's just a delightfully fun and wonderful experience to have.
That's kind of the best stories, are the ones that take two things that you just didn't think could work together, and
almost
they just
like a meal.
almost like a
Even
meal.
if you don't think you like mushrooms.
or like two souls in an egg.
Yeah, that's just a double yolk. A lot of people
Some
like
people
that
get
shit.
really Laios is like, yo, I just let you
Double
know
yolks
that's extra protein. That's all I'm gonna say.
That's free
right?
real estate right there.
That's value.
Yeah. Yeah. God. I love
right.
these ridiculous, definitely not on the spectrum characters.
Oh, yeah.
They are just
They're so special.
wonderful.
Love them. But all right, y'all, thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You get on early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us in the community there about this show, about anime in general, and also be sure to check out our Twitch channel. See if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all next time.